The season of Epiphany is a season that we often overlook, or it's one of those dates we simply just lump together with Christmas. But on January 6th, Christians around the world have historically celebrated Epiphany. And this is a celebration of a number of epiphanies, or manifestations of Jesus. Through the scriptures, we celebrate things like the baptism of Jesus, the wedding at Cana of Galilee. But sometimes we also talk about this as Three Kings Day. That Epiphany is commonly associated with the coming of the Magi from the East, bringing these gifts unto Jesus. And it's a rich story, and it's meant a lot to artists and painters, but the church gathers and reflects on this beautiful story because it's important who we are as Christians. Now, this word Epiphany is about the revelation of Jesus. And in the Magi, we see that Jesus is a beautiful revelation to the whole world, not to one tribe, not to one nation, but to everybody, everywhere. We see this even in the gifts that they bring to Jesus. Gold for our King. Frankincense that was used in worship reveals Jesus as our high priest. Myrrh was for embalming, telling us that Jesus was born to die for us. And these were brought by the most unlikely people, stargazing Gentiles from a world away. You see, during Advent, we sit and wait in the tension of the already and not yet. And during Christmas, we celebrate the arrival of the Messiah. But now as we move into Epiphany, this is the season that follows all of that up and helps us think through the question, who is Jesus? And how do we, as children who love Jesus, live in the light that He brings down into this world? That we become part of God's redemptive plan for the world through the person of Jesus Christ. By His life, His death, His resurrection, we now are grafted into the family of God. And so we continue to gather and worship and remember that Jesus has come as the light to the world. You know, sometimes when we speak of Epiphany, we think of it as a personal revelation. But here, the church has had a revelation together, rediscovering who Jesus is and letting the light of Christ shine brightly in us and through us so that we might go and tell the world of this great light.